When you're on the core platform, if you click the home page, you'll see it gives you a snapshot of all of the recent items. It matches the item sections, match these top resource bars. It gives you a snapshot of the recent news, the upcoming events in the next few days, the resources that have the top 3 resources have been posted, little group information. It has this nice little hub that links you to things like toolkits or the core learning hub, where we put a lot of our resource sharing, our learning information to train you on the platform, such as the videos that I'm showing you right now. The program's initiatives hyperlink, an About Us hyperlink, and this will be different on each of the 3 core platforms as it will link to the host platform. In this case, I'm on Alberta, so it's linking to information about Healthy Aging Alberta. We have our newsletter sign up on all 3 platforms. When you sign up for a core user profile, you do not automatically opt into the newsletter. So you will have to fill out the newsletter separately if you would like to receive one of our newsletters. These are all different on the different sites. So if you want to receive more than just one newsletter, you'll have to go to the different sites and subscribe for their newsletters. You'll also see some bottom toolbar options too, which will help you search for items if you want to look that way. While I'm on the newsletter, you can also click Learn More, and that takes you to a separate newsletter page. You can see here I've added an additional link to subscribe again, as well as some of our recent newsletters. Now, at the top here, I'll talk about groups in another video. We have funding opportunities. Funding opportunities gives you a look at what funding opportunities might have come through the system. It's not a comprehensive list, but if something gets shared with us or somebody puts something on the site, then you'll find it here. You can search by a date. For example, if I wanted to look up what is happening in April, I can type in April, and there you can see any of the ones that had put April in the title, they pop up. The search works for the title of that piece, so we like to format it that we put the deadline in the title, and that just helps folks search. You'll notice we also in the formatting, we've put if it's a Canada-wide formatting, if it's Alberta specific, BC specific. Some of them might be a certain city specific, like Calgary. And that's to help folks figure out if content is related to them in the search option. You can also filter by certain categories. Keep in mind that these are selected by whatever the person may have put in when they're entering the content. So it may or may not bring you the items you want. So for example, if I wanted to look up First Nations Aboriginal opportunities for Indigenous populations, I can click that, and you can see there's a few of them that are selected for those types of funding streams. And then anytime I open that up, I can open up a grant, see the information, see what folks have put in there. So if you're posting it, try to put the deadlines, the content, the who, what, where, when, why, and then you can link to the site so that they can see further information. You'll see in that the post, there might be some hyperlinks. In this case, the person's hyperlinked to the page, the email, and the other apply in some online portal. So it really depends what the person's put as their search options or as their content. In this case, the Alberta Elder Abuse Awareness Council posted some content here recently, and you'll see they have some document hyperlinks there, so you can go to you can email them, you can click the apply. They have basic information about their granting, but then they've also attached some documents here at the bottom. For every core post, you can attach up to 20 megabytes of documents at the bottom. So you can see that makes it easier, and they've actually attached their applications on here for you. That's made it really helpful. So that's the funding opportunity section. We encourage you to peruse that and add your own content. The network partners and organizations, that is the similar across the different platforms again. Now, all 3 platforms will have this featured programs and initiatives where folks have added their own programs. If you add a program in there, you can then go into your program and you'll be able to edit it. For example, there will be an edit button at the top here above the picture. and you'll be able to edit your program if things have changed to it and you want to make updates to it. Now, what's different on the Alberta system is that we have the CBSS systems map. So we have our Healthy Aging Alberta systems map. You can click, I'm not going to show it in this video, but you can click through and see that information of the full map of all the different organizations, what types of programs they have, how they're connected to each other, and where they are in the province. And there's a bunch of information on that system map here and directly how to get to the systems map. The resources section. In here, people have uploaded different content, such as e-learning, resources, webinars, fact sheets, recordings. So you can see all different types of content. Again, it has a search toolbar that searches as per the name. So you can type in a certain item. If I want to search dementia resources, for example, I can just type in dementia, and anything that is related to dementia in the name is popping up there. Now, if I wanted to, again, filter by a certain category, as you know, as you've seen previously with funding, there was different types of categories we can search by. And keep in mind, this is what folks have entered when they've entered the resource. So they may or may not have clicked this box when they entered it. So use an option, a combo of the two to find your content in the system. But if I applied that, now I can see all those dementia events that happened and maybe recordings. When I click on a piece of content, it's similar to the funding that you'll notice there's a write-up, maybe somebody's hyperlinked some content to the page, and there's going to be a video embedded in the system, potentially, if it was a video content. If it is another type of document, this one's a video, for example, this resource, it might look a little different depending how somebody structured their post, but see how this one has a content you could download. So you could download this document that they've attached. They've also hyperlinked the article, and they've put a little summary about their piece. This is all developed by the folks that use the site. So everything's a little bit different. We do recommend you to put in your title what type of resource it is. That just helps folks to search a little bit easier what it is. For example, webinar, resource, e-learning, toolkit. That just makes the search a little bit easier for them. And try and click off all the boxes that apply to your type of content. That way they can also search for your content easily. And the other section that's similar to that is news. I do have some links at the top here to go to my newsletters. But then you'll see the news is very similar, different piece of content. They've maybe put news or article at the top, depending what it is. You can have documents. Again, you can embed videos in here, as you can see. You can add hyperlinks. So there's a variety of different types of content in the news. I will show you groups and training events in another video. Now, a difference between programs and news. Programs and events, sorry. Events are ones that are towards the general community-based senior serving population, so systems partners that are capacity building events, whereas programs would be maybe items that you are offering in the program for older adults. So that's the difference, that these would be your program or project that you're offering, and this is something, an opportunity to connect with other CBSS leaders and folks to maybe share information. Now, as far as between resources and news, sometimes you'll have some items that they are quite similar. Maybe it's a type of article or blog post. Maybe it's a report. Reports we usually put in resources, but maybe a blog post we'll put in news. So we use your discretion of where you think it will fit between the two. You can make that choice of where it seems to make sense.